Section 3, Video 1, the quadratic formula. Now thus far we've talked about graphing quadratic equations and getting the solutions from looking for x-intercepts. We also talked about factoring the trinomial in a quadratic equation and then getting the solutions which we call zeros. We've also talked about having a quadratic equation where you only have an x squared term and no other x present, which allowed you to isolate the x squared and root both sides to solve, and those solutions were called roots. Now, some trinomials are factorable and most are not factorable. So there's a process called completing the square, which was taught in Algebra 1 and will also be covered again in Algebra 2. But in geometry, we're not going to cover the process of completing the square, but we are going to look at the benefits of that process. And the benefit is that when you complete the square, you can do any problem, whether it's factorable or not, and you get a solution. Now, the quadratic formula allows you to get the solutions, whether again the trinomial is factorable or not, whether you have an x squared and an x or just an x squared, and it gives you the exact answer. But the key to using the quadratic formula is to make sure that your initial equation is in standard form, set equal to 0, so you properly know what the a is, what the b is, and what the c is. And when you have it set up that way, you can plug those numbers into the formula and it will give you an exact answer. It always works and it is a great benefit, but you have to use it properly and you have to remember what it is. Okay, so in this lesson we will cover using the quadratic formula, not how they got it, but how to use it. And this ends Section 3, Video 1.